Welcome to this edition of Tiger Broadcast. Hi, I'm Michael Cadwell.
And I'm Reagan Clark. On this edition, we'll take a look at how one clothing shop is helping a local girl in the holidays.
We also highlight how one shop is decorating downtown Lee Summit.
All this and more on this edition of Tiger Broadcast. Teachers leave an impact on our lives. Reporter Emma Osterly with Carly Roberts shows us that when one teacher's little girl is faced with struggle, the community gives back.
Many teachers put all their heart and soul into caring for their students, and Miss Worstel is no exception.
She's being a great teacher, and she's just a great person in general. She's very nice and happy and caring.
She is an excellent communicator. She's very passionate about reaching her students and reaching for musical excellence.
As it turns out, Miss Worstel's dedication and commitment begins with her family, where she is working to help her daughter Linnea, whose skull fused too early. Linnea has already had one surgery, but it didn't go quite as expected.
Her head it went back to the original shape. So the surgery wasn't necessarily a screw up. That type of surgery just didn't quite work for her.
It's hard for any parent when their kid has to go through surgery, especially a second one. But Miss Worstel has a different way of looking at it.
I'm actually not scared for this surgery. I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm really excited for this surgery because the doctor has a whole new way of doing it where he's going to use her own skull to create a new forehead for her. And so everything will be in place the way it needs to be when she's done. And so I have a lot of hope and faith.
Any fight can't be fought alone. For Miss Worstel, her support is coming from those she helps every single day.
I actually did a fundraiser last year at Hy-Vee, and so my mom just called them up again, and they said that I could be there for several hours and play. And then I set up a poster or something like that, and then I posted on social media. So I was really surprised. I actually raised $976.46, which is amazing.
This fundraiser wasn't the only help the Worstels received.
That GoFundMe was really just in response to seeing the exorbitant costs that were coming in to the family for caring for their child, and knowing how stressful it is just to live day to day on teacher salaries, and then to know that we've got these very heavy medical expenses coming in. It's the burden can just be crippling.
All the generosity and help has affected Miss Worstel in a way she just cannot believe.
It's really a completely humbling experience because when you're a teacher, you are used to being the helper. And so it's kind of different to being on the receiving end.
It's amazing to see a community pour their heart and soul into one of their own. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast, this is Emma Osterly.
When most people think of competition, a sport typically comes to mind. However, competition can be found within oneself off the court. Reporter Michael Cadwell brings us this story.
I used to wrestle because it was a physical sport, and I could beat kids up without getting in trouble.
For most guys, competitive nature is built through sports. But for Zion Wiseman, his drive was developed through early struggles.
During elementary years, I grew up with a single mom, and just a brother for most of the time. We had a really big bond. He found out who his dad was, and so it was just me and my mom for the longest time. But while all that was going on, I was changing from elementary school to elementary school, and then my mom met somebody who ended up becoming my stepdad. Got violent. They saw my mom and my stepdad fight a whole lot. Me and my little brother were abused and stuff like that.
Through the early hardships, Zion's mind wasn't focused on sports like normal elementary kids. His biggest competition now came in the game of life.
Depression was a big thing because just being screamed at almost every day kind of took a toll on you. It felt like I was being degraded, I guess. And then just seeing the pain in my mom and my little brother's eyes.
A sudden change of hope came upon Zion. Reconnecting with his birth dad not only brought a father figure, but a sister he never knew about.
It was before my parents got married. They kind of split for a little bit. It was Zion's mom and my dad.
For the Wisemans, their relationship was the perfect assist that created an unstoppable team.
That's what we kind of push each other. We kind of go back and forth at home. He always says, you always have to be the one that's stronger and always the one that's kind of pushing on the other person, in anything.
High school counselor Kristen Little knows that support is the number one thing people with depression need.
Because they may not seek our help, but if we're the ones that take that step forward and go, hey, I notice you seem really down lately, what's going on, I'm here for you. Those seemingly simple steps could save somebody's life.
Some victims of depression can't find the escape to happiness. But for Zion, his family ties and his own internal will is what allowed him to win the competition inside himself.
I'd definitely say it's a battle because you're having to fight to get yourself better, and you got to make yourself better, and you can't dwell. And even though you want to dwell and lay in bed and mope around and everything like that, you just got to get up.
I think he's definitely going to win in life. He's going to make himself to be a person that a lot of people are going to look up to, and a lot of people are going to see as, if he can do it, I can do it too. I wouldn't be the person I am today without my older brother.
Signing out for Tiger Broadcast.
Okay.
I'm Michael Cadwell. Many kids grow up loving just to play. For one girl, a local store is putting their heart into making this a Christmas reality. Reporters Abigail Follis with Michaela Humble give us this next story.
Take a walk around the halls of Lee Summit High School and you're likely to find someone wearing a KC heart shirt. Local Kansas City store Charlie Hustle is the creator behind these increasingly popular tees.
Initially had 16 designs when he rolled it out. Really wanted to focus on vintage t-shirts, premium t-shirts, and the 16th design was actually the KC heart.
Charlie Hustle wanted to find a way to share their city pride with the community, and partnering with local charities was an opportunity to do just that.
So a couple years ago, Charlie Hustle decided to really, because we are all about Kansas City and civic pride, get involved with giving back to local charities. Dream Factory is a huge local charity. They do a great job kind of granting dreams for seriously and chronically ill children.
9-year-old Gwen Castellano's condition gave her a chance to have a wish granted through the Dream Factory.
My daughter has a condition called spina bifida, which is a birth defect where she was born with, to simply say, kind of an opening in her spinal cord in her back where her spinal cord was exposed. So she had some nerve damage from that. So she has some paralysis really from her knees down. She can't feel it all from her knees down. But so she right now walks with just like a walking stick.
With the help of Dream Factory, Gwen's wish gave her the possibility to be just like any other kid.
My daughter really loves to swing. It's something she learned to do at a very young age, and she's really good at it for her condition. She's able to pump her legs and swing. But, playground sets aren't intended or designed for kids like her. So having a backyard swing set that's accessible to her has always been her dream.
Granting wishes helps Greg Moore continue to establish roots in the Kansas City area.
To partner with local charities in the community, anyone in Kansas City, is huge for us because, one, it promotes our brand, allows us to kind of integrate ourselves more within Kansas City and the roots.
Gwen's dream wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for Charlie Hustle and Dream Factory.
It's been amazing. It's been something that we were able to give our daughter that we financially could not have done ourselves. So just to see her excitement and to see her being able to go and play with her sisters, and the fact that she would not have that unless for the Charlie Hustle and Dream Factory, it's been an amazing opportunity.
Signing off for Tiger Broadcast.
Ow.
This is Abigail Follis.
Many families partake in making Christmas treats. but one family has turned sweets into their life. Reporter Reagan Clark with Tia Shrout give us a taste into this next story.
Downtown Lee Summit provides many boutiques and restaurants for residents. However, one new shop is sprinkling the streets.
I have always enjoyed cooking. I love to experiment in my kitchen, playing with different flavors, and so this was something that was born out of a love of what we like to do, and we wanted to spread it to everyone else.
That passion for baking led co-owner of Cupcake a la Mode, Jennifer Kitchens, to bring her talents to the streets of Lee Summit.
My husband and I have always loved cupcakes, loved sweets. We wanted to bring it home. We wanted to bring these wonderful sweets to our hometown and to enjoy it here.
That love for dessert was fostered as a young child for Jennifer.
Oh, I've been baking since I was a kid. I would bake with my mom, I would bake with my brother, with my grandma, and just kind of went from there, just experimenting. I like baking cupcakes because you can play with them a lot. You can get a lot of different flavors with it, and who doesn't love a cupcake? But you can add different things to make it special and unique for each person.
The cupcakes themselves aren't the only thing unique about Cupcake a la Mode. Their genuine flavor will make you feel right at home.
Our shop is different. One, we have a little bit bigger of cupcakes, which is a lot of fun to do that. But also, we make all of our cupcakes and our buttercreams by hand in store every day. So every day you'll have that wonderful smell of chocolate or vanilla or red velvet baking throughout the store, and our buttercreams are made not with the store-bought stuff, but with real butter and cream cheese and powdered sugar, and it's just tastes like the way your grandma made it.
The feeling of being home doesn't only come from the frosting. The connection between customers and shop owners is the cherry on top for this cupcakery.
I like being able to reach out to the community. I like being able to get to know people, get to know the other businesses, the people that are around here. I love seeing the customers all the time. That's what makes it fun when people come back and want more.
Signing out for Tiger Broadcast, this is Reagan Clark.
Thank you for watching this edition of Tiger Broadcast. For sports packages and more, go to www.tigerbroadcast.com.
And follow us on Twitter at TBTV8Tigers. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Reagan Clark.
And I'm Michael Cadwell. We'll see you next time.
Are used to being the helper.
I want to be the person I am today with my older brother.
Because we are all about Kansas City and civic pride.
Oh, I've been baking since I was a kid.